This is our 300 series Toyota LandCruiser, and the mission is simple: build the ultimate family tourer. So far, we've picked it up brand new, added a few key upgrades, and sent it straight into the Victorian high country. But the build is far from finished. In this episode, we're back in the shed, installing the next round of mods to get it ready for the adventures ahead. Proudly supported by Opus, Ultima 9, Superior Engineering, GME, Adventure Kings, and in part by...
You still got the screen protector on? It'd be a shame if someone peeled that off, wouldn't it?
So before we start building this thing, since you're the man building it, I thought we'd better give you a test drive of it and get a mechanic's first reaction on the 300 series, because you've never driven one before, have you?
I've never driven one. He's had it for like 6 months, he's never even let me drive it.
Now mate, look, I'm not sponsored by Toyota or anything, so you can say what you want about it, doesn't worry me.
Not a control, is it? It's nice, bro. They feel like a massive car, eh? The bonnet's like 10 k's long. I don't know how Demi sees over it.
That's why she has the seat so far up.
Does Demi not like driving her 80 series anymore? So I fucking wouldn't. This is comfy, eh? I feel like there's heaps of room. Everyone was saying compared to the 200 series they're small, but this feels like big. They get going, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the speed limit. It is quiet though. It's got good brakes. I'm only like barely braking. It goes good, it stops good, it's comfy. You can see why everyone likes this thing. Mate, we've just clipped over 4,002 kilometres.
How's it feel to be the one to hit the big milestone?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I'm going to take this thing home tonight. Make sure the bush wraps really settles in after we do it. And once I know it's good, I'll give it back to you.
Might not be good for a month or two.
I was thinking more like 12. Excuse me, can we help?
No, sorry, you could leave the premises.
So what's your final opinion on the 300 now you've driven one for the first time?
I wouldn't buy one. I would, but I wouldn't buy one. Too much money.
Yeah.
But it is a very nice car.
Do you reckon it's worth the
If
money?
I had the money, yeah, it's probably. I don't know if it's worth how much they cost.
It's like the Toyota.
Yeah, I feel like you buy a Dodge Ram for that. And then, like, if you wanted to tow and do basic stuff, I'd have a Dodge Ram. That's what I'd do.
They just don't have 7 seats.
No, exactly.
So we're going to wash this thing now, and then we'll get on to the first modification for her. Hey, what do we got?
You're gonna start with another day in the shed. Another day in the shed. I'm gonna pass over. What do we got here?
Hey, first modification for the brand new 300 series. Well, I got the bar work done when I was down in Melbourne, but first modification for us.
Yeah.
So we're doing bush wraps, which is a PPF, a paint protective film. It'll run down both sides of the vehicle. It doesn't do the bonnet, roof or back. And the idea is it's a DIY home kit that you can do yourself, and it protects the paint because we have a very expensive, very nice vehicle. So one of the first things I wanted to do was this.
And that is why I've got Tyler in the shed today, because anyone can do it. So we got him.
Even me. So we'll unbox this and we'll run people through the bit of the process of how you install bush wraps on a vehicle yourself. The first thing being that we did give it a wash outside, made sure nothing's on the paint, because once you put the sheets on,
It's in there forever.
it's in there for good.
You got dirt, you got dog hair, it's in there forever until you pull it off. What comes in the box? This doesn't come in the box, but we get the install solution, we get a nice installation guide and care information, and then we get a syringe, a needle, and like a soft-edged squeegee.
And in this here should be all our panels. Work out what goes where and start sticking them on.
We've got rear right door, mate. They're all labelled, so you can't mess them up.
To start with, we're just going to do the fuel flap because it's only small, it's easy. We've done this once before on the 80 series, but it was 18 months ago now, so I'll do a little test practice on a nice easy panel. You basically want to use the solution. You spray this, get it wet. We spray that too from memory.
We do, yeah.
And then you put it on, you sort of adjust it, you work with it, you start squeegeeing all your stuff out and get it in your correct position. What do you think about that?
I know, I think I did all right, but I think that's also the easiest panel. I feel like we're going from the easiest one to
The hardest one.
yeah.
It's quite a simple process. You're just wetting the paint protective film that's going on there, you're wetting the panel, you put the film on, and then it gives you heaps of room to like move around, adjust you, and sort of pull it back up, wipe it down as much as you need to. And then once you're happy with where it's all sit, you get the squeegee which Berto has, and you just see him do it, and you're just slowly working your way along, pushing out all the bubbles, pushing out all the pieces of water. That's her done. Rear door, rear flares, rear lower quarter, rear upper quarter done. We'll need to move the car forward away from the hoist to the front bit, so we'll go around and do the other side.
You know the best bit?
What?
You can't even tell it's done.
That's right.
That's how good it is.
That's the other backside done. Now we can move the car forward and come onto the front sections, which is going to be front door, front quarter, and front flare. And then I believe they've given us a little strip for the bonnet as well, which is going to come around over there, a little guard for the front of it.
Take the moment, make it real.
That's the front door, quarter, and flares done on both sides. The last piece that we have to do is, I didn't actually know they did this, but they give you a piece for the bonnet, which is going to run along your front section here to protect from
stone chip.
And then if you do want the whole bonnet done, they don't really do bonnets in the DIY kits, just because they're such a big curved, more complex area, meaning it's a bit harder to do DIY yourself. So what they do in that situation is they have a list of dealers all over Australia, or installers, and they'll just send them out a big flat panel, and then they can cut it to shape and they get a professional to do it. So that's what we did on the 80 series.
All right, so next step of bush wrapping a vehicle, now that we've got it all on, got all the water and bubbles out, we need to seal the edge. So we've got a hairdryer. Need to get it warm enough, and then you just rub your finger over the edge and it seals the edge so then dirt can't get under it.
Take the moment, make it real. Give me something I can feel. Take the moment, make it real.
That's her, that's the bush wraps done. First modification in your hands for the 300 series.
Look at that, well, anyone can do it, you did it.
Yeah, I helped.
You did one bit.
So, as you said earlier, the best part is you can't even really tell it's on, but that's going to protect the paint. And if you already had pre-existing scratches on the car, it covers it up too. Seals them away.
Does it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
That's what they advertise.
Okay, that's what it does. I just had to fact check you there because that sounds like a f***ing lie. I could have put that on my green car.
Yeah, well, it looks brand new. You're going to do another day in the shed?
Yeah, I will. So, another day in the shed. It's day 2, not working on the GQ, but we're going to work on the 300, and we have some new seat covers.
Razorback, mate, only the best. We'll rip these open and see what's inside. I don't actually know what logo they put on these ones for me, so we're going to find out.
Imagine if they put Berto's builds on there.
This is a front pair, and you should have a rear set. The fitting time on this says 20 minutes. You reckon we'll beat that?
Nah. No, definitely not. I'm going to be working real slow, real steady.
Mate, you get paid by the hour, not by the job, so...
That's why I'm working slow.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah. And, you know, it's a nice car. My boss will be real angry if I scratch it. First person to fit something wins. You know what they say? Those who finish first, finish last.
That's the first part on. A little center console lid cover thing, which will protect it. It's got all your little holes cut out for your buttons, because you got a button there, a button over the other side, and a button at the back. That way you can still use it as it is intended to be used.
We got her in. As you can see, nice cutout for the handle. Pull him down. Flip this plastic up that's still here, which shouldn't be there. Cup holders come out, still fully usable. Joins at the back. Nice seamless finish on her.
That's a nice bit of kit. What's next? We keep going with these back seats.
Yeah, we keep on going. That's actually a comfy back seat. The only good thing Toyota's ever done.
back row seats finished.
Everything still functions.
They're a little bit complicated to put together just because there is a lot of functions on the back seat of a...
Seat belts, cup holders.
But it's better taking a bit of time to put them together than just being one thing that goes over it all and then nothing works anymore.
That's right.
They're all still airbag compatible as well, like they retain your factory airbag use and functionality. And then that's the front, Razorback seat covers in as well. They fit really nice, and then they'll keep these seats nice and protected. Picking kids up dirty from school, going out mountain biking on the weekends, and when we're going on our four-wheel drive trips, it's too stressful otherwise, trying to keep this nice leather interior looking beautiful. With the seat covers, once you get them dirty, you can just pull them off and wash them. So that's the inside of the car protected, and then obviously the outside bush wrapped as well. So they're not super exciting mods, but they are well worth doing.
Next mod up, one that we do to all the nice new cars to make them a bit better to drive when we're off-roading and just in general. Ultimate 9, I've got the EVC X this time. This is the fancy flash one, mate. Comes with the main bit, comes with the patch loom, and it comes with some stickies and some zip ties and some instructions for a quick start. And this little pouch where if you don't want to use it, you can put him back in, so that's nifty. Let's unravel this, see how hard this is going to be installed. I imagine it's going to be super simple, just like all the other ones. Unplug the pedal, plug in the middle, and then this wire comes up and plugs into the actual module. Oh, I can't see a thing. I'm getting a torch. So, Ultimate 9 don't just do controllers. This is my favourite. If you remember, the Ultimate 9 pen torch hasn't made a show in here for a while. It's not the word I'm looking for. I don't know what the fuck
Appearance.
That's right. Hasn't made an appearance on the show for a while, so we're back on, mate. Crikey, mate. I've definitely got to unbolt the pedal, I think, to get to it. You probably don't have to, but for the sake of 3 bolts, it's going to be heaps easier.
So how come you have to take the pedal out?
You probably don't have to, but just to get this plug on top, there's a fuse box in there. And it was just, 3 bolts, probably made me save 10 minutes of trying to squeeze into it. So now we got the module. You can't plug it in the wrong way, because one's male, one's female. Click, make sure it clicks. And then I am going to plug this one in before I poke it in there. One-handed, nice click, we know that's good. I might just sticky this thing to the pedal so it can't flap around, because we know how much electric stuff loves being vibrated. That's not too bad of a little install I got there.
So what's the idea of throttle controller? What's the purpose?
It changes the sensitivity of the throttle. So if you need something where you don't want it to be too touchy, you can dull it down. Or if you want it to be able to snap open really fast and have good performance, it can do both. So it either increases or decreases the sensitivity of your electronic throttle.
And I believe these ones have a little safety feature inbuilt as well.
I'm pretty sure I've got to get the app on my phone, but to do it, you can lock it. So if you park it up, say, hey, I don't want anyone stealing my car, you can lock it so the throttle does absolutely nothing. Next job up on the 300 series, obviously whenever he takes this away, I'm probably not going to be there. It's going to be a family trip. So we're not going to have another GQ just to pull him out. So self-recovery is probably a good thing to have. So we've opted for a Rumba 13 Expedition. And then also, since I've got a free spool, he said I better get a free spool. Which, he's got the whole kit, which is actual brake free spool mechanism. Then it's a wiring kit with a valve in it, which we'll have to get a compressor to run this. They even give you a switch and airline. Throw him over there. These winches are heavy as MF. That's how you do it, boys. As you can see, this one's a bit different to mine. This is the big dog. It's the 13 Expedition. Mine's only the 9.5 EWB. I don't even know if it's the Expedition range. These come with upgraded rope. It's red, looks pretty. The handle's different and the whole body is different, but they're slow. Mine is fast, but big heavy car, slow winch is going to put in work, pull it out. The littler one would probably struggle, especially loaded caravan even, if he gets stuck with a camper caravan. I should probably get the instructions for this one, because it's different to mine. I know how mine works. It looks like there's a little Allen key, undoes a grub screw, then we can twist this out. Yep, so this is the same. Wind him all the way in. Crank him up. Get in there, you fucking mother Beep, 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 beep. So, 1,000 blossoms blooming, mate. We have one air free spool installed. Now that I've got that together, run the winch parts. You have a fair lead and a hook. Oh, that's flash. That's real flash. Run the fair lead, and it's actually machined out to fit this nice red Runva hook. Well, that's bloody sick. Some mounting hardware, earth lead, power lead. Even we have a on and off Runva isolator for the power. They even give you a soft shackle and pulley. We have another winch parts box in out, nice wireless with a torch. Old school manual plug into the box. Now this one actually comes with an in-cab winch control, and then we have the winch box. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Again. Recording. Power. Oh, that's nifty too. They've you can't even see it when that's plugged in. When working on nice new cars, you can't just pull and bang and break all the clips. These clips actually press down, and then you can lift up the trim and they'll come up. You gotta try not to lose any of these clips, otherwise you'll have a janky, rattly, plastic missing 300 series. A few sensors and plugs over here, which I'm just gonna go and make sure the key is far away so that I don't get any codes when I undo them. So I've just gone and hidden the key. I'm gonna cut some cable ties so that I can get the grill out, because winch goes straight down there. Plenty of room from the top, don't have to pull the bar off. This is more like back to my mechanic days. Magnetic tray, put the bolts in, can't lose them. If you're not sure where they're gonna go back, take a picture. It's as easy as that. With these plugs, you always wanna push down as if you're putting it on and pull the clip. Press the clip in and then lift up. It's the best way. So now I reckon I'm pretty close to being ready for a winch, which I'll probably get Tyler to help me lift it in. I don't want to scratch anything. And I'll figure out the control box is my plan. So now get the control box mounted and these all done up on their line studs, the terminals. You got blue, it goes to blue. We got yellow, it goes to yellow. We got red, it goes to red. And guess what? The black is in the box and it goes to black. You wouldn't believe it. And then get these on. Keeps them nice and protected from the elements. As you can all see, I've just got all these done up. Done a little bit of cable management, sort of keep them in a nice tidy bunch. And then I've got this one started in a nice tidy bunch. I just need to figure out where they go to the battery. Now that I've got it in there, I'm pretty sure it's all sorted. I've got the air free spool line run over there. Power cable's just sitting over here. They're not long enough. I need to extend them. There's a couple brackets that Razzler give you that hold the bottom of the grill up. With the box here and the free spool, don't fit. I need to see if I can put the grill back in, if it's gonna sit there or if it's gonna flop around and be a piece of crap. So, another day in the shed. It's day 3 not working on the ute. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. But I've moved the control box back, undid the 4 screws and shifted it over and only put 2 screws back in. Now we're gonna see, oh, me rib. Somehow I pulled a muscle or busted a rib yesterday working on this. These are part of the Razzler bar kit. These are grill holders, so like they just bolt to the rad support, hold the bottom of the grill so it's supported, which I'm sort of having trouble fitting because of the air free spool. But if you hold it in there, it actually sits right where the top of the winch is. So I think the top of the winch is potentially gonna hold the grill. I need to get the grill in here and have a look. Oh, me rib. That's it literally sits bang on the top of the winch and it perfectly clears just everything else. So that's a win. I'm just gonna run it like that. That's gonna be mint. Plug all these little sensors back in, click. I'm gonna cut a hole to access the winch, like the box to plug it in and stuff. It's on this side, not this side. If it was on that side, could have just used this one, but it's not. Take it off, I'll go cut the 4th one over here. Little does Tyler know, this pinch weld's off my green car. He's gonna have a little bit of green car history, mate. I ain't gonna tell him. The only way to make a Toyota good is put a little Nissan in it. Isn't that right, Alan? So put a little Nissan in your Toyota to make them any good. That'll do it. 300 trim is back installed. Let's have a look at it. We've got this one, which I'm pretty sure is factory. Then we got this one. You get to grab that bad boy, plug your controller in, and I think that's a nice look. So can't even really tell it's not factory. Can't complain. I just realised, Tyler, the sound wasn't fucking working. So chickadee fucking pop. I didn't turn it on over there. It's turned on now. So another day in the shed. We are back. I've had a few brackets arrived. We're working on the winch still. I need to put the isolator over here, wire up the power and earth to it, and it'll be good to go. The bracket that I had to order was this one. It came from Pinnacle 4x4. So it's a really nice bracket. Bolts in using factory bolts. Click, clack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. Let's go and get this installed on the vehicle. This gets installed after, once I get some wires hooked up. Push in all these clips. Now that I've got that out of the way, honestly I reckon Tyler should be installing this because they give you a full winch isolator bracket installation guide with pictures and they tell you what you need. I need to remove the trim clip for the washer filler bottle. It just makes the cable routing easier. It tells you everything you need to know. That's nice. The earth even mounts straight to the bracket, which is very cool. Sort of means everything is in the one location.
Make it real. Give me something I can feel. Take the moment. Make it real.
Now that we've got this mounted, power cable ran to there. I will need to steal some power. Pull this cover off. Now we're just going to crimp the end onto this. That is crimped on there. Now I'm going to get some heat shrink and put it over this, heat shrink that.
I'm the only one who's gonna save me.
Alright, so I've got the isolator in. I've got the earth from the winch box up to here, and then I've got the earth to the battery off the same one. That's how they say to do it in the thing. But twist that, winch is on, twist that, winch is off. Battery's all hooked up, cables are all run. Let's test this winch. I'm going to use the wireless remote for this one, so we'll hit on. Flashes, out, in. Turn this off, isolator off, turn this back on. Now we have not working. So the isolator is isolating the winch, which is what we want. That is one winch installed. Let's move on to a roof rack. As you can see, next job, I have a front runner roof rack for this 300. Never installed one on a 300 before. Apparently it's pretty straightforward, but I've also heard mixed reviews that they're a bit tricky. So let's hook in, open up the box, see how easy it is. First up, I've got the low profile legs. I'm gonna pull these apart and bolt them together. And then I'm gonna move on to making the base. I'm gonna do it all on the ground over here. The nice thing about all these front runner racks is they give you little caps for all the nuts. It's a nice little touch. All right, the next important step is to make sure it's square. And to do that, I've got a tape measure. We're gonna measure diagonal and make sure it's the same measurement this way and that way. Now that I've got that all squared and done up, I've got these little corners. Make sure the logo's the right way up. So next step is to remove these. Never done it before, but I watched the video. Apparently they just pop up. We'll soon see if it does or doesn't. It does, it just pops off. So I'm gonna pop all them off, undo the bolts. One rail off. Right, it's sort of hard to film up here on top of the roof. Tripod's not tall enough, but I've got some silicone and I'm gonna silicone around all the bolt holes, put the spacers on, put the rack up and put the bolts through. So they give you some spacers with the kit, which are these, and you double them up and you silicone. So that's the rack done and on the car. Doesn't look too bad if I don't say so myself. It's even got a little wind deflector, stop whistling. Job done. So next job, I've got a beautiful box from GME. GME, mate. So yeah, in this box is the new XRS 335C. This is a compact. As you can see, it's just a little mini unit. Doesn't have a speaker built in, but it's got your aerial, you can add a mic, you can add a speaker. It's even got USB-C for some sneaky stuff down the future, but it also has a new coloured, bigger LCD screen. And this pack we got comes with a super nifty. This is a survival first aid kit that they've partnered up with the GME XRS. We're gonna keep this in the 300 for when Tyler or the kids come off it on the mountain bike. To mount all this stuff up in a 300 series, you know, it's not a GQ. I don't want to just tech screw mounts together. So I've ordered from Pirate Camp Co. I have a UHF mount and a UHF holder mount. This one's on the right near the driver's window, and this one goes down under your centre console so you don't see the unit at all. So that's pretty cool. What else do I have? So 300 series also don't like you just randomly tapping power off random things like head units. Most stuff is CAN and 5 volt. So Richardson Auto, I have a plug and play accessory circuit. You can run up to 3 circuits off this, so UHF and whatever other goodies you want. So I'm gonna get this installed so then I can get that stuff installed. Let's move into the car. First step of this is to wire in the accessory connect circuit from Richardson's. So what I need to do is remove this floor trim, remove this trim, and then remove the trim up under there so I can access it all. So I'm going to get that pulled apart. It's pretty hard to sort of film in here, but I'll do my best to show you what's going on. We have all of these plugs, and a fuse box. We need to get into that fuse box. We'll figure out where the rest goes in no time. He does have instructions on his website, so I better check them out. So now I have the adder fuse added in. I need to get in here, put earth in, and this is also where one of the mounts goes. So give this a pull, and then we want to get this nice metal bracket just here. It's going to be the earth. That is earthed, and then obviously tuck the wire up out of the way, run it real nice. Alright, so apparently this bracket goes something like this. This little piece here goes down. That's mounted just there, looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get to pulling the centre of the car out, mount the actual GME unit, and then I'll worry about running wires over to that new connect harness plug. So they give us a plug which also has uncrimped terminals. You just run wire over and then you crimp them and you're good to go. Put everything up there, unit. I've actually got a live track as well. This one goes down, clip comes out. Boom. Boom. So I've got all of this apart. Now I need to figure out where this bracket goes. There's a QR code on that with instructions, a little bracket and some bolts. So next step is you want to mount your XRS onto this bracket like that. Nice little compact unit, and then it picks up on one of the gear shifter bolts down here. We will then grab this, which is your aerial, and we will screw that in. And I better also get the power cable. I've gotten everything actually. I've got the pass through, the extension, the power cable, plug it all in. So that's ready, that's ready. Pink. Earth is earthen. Get in there. Now we just do a little bit of run the cables. Obviously the handpiece is over here, so I'm going to run it all the way back to up under the dash somewhere. Sort of feed it, where it's not going to get caught on anything. And then we have this aerial, which, and as you know, I've already put one of these in my ute. I've had a look, I've used it, works really good. There is a little subscription that you got to pay for, but for the price of safety of knowing where your car is at all times, very handy thing to have. I'm going to put this in the car somewhere. There's an app on your phone, shows you where it is at all times. You can put it in parking mode and it sends your phone text every 3 seconds until you check your phone in case there's, you know, someone stealing it. I've even had where I've left it on and then I've stood on the back of the ute and it's moved the car just enough that my body weight has moved it enough to send my phone a message. So if someone tries to open your door or climbs on your car or anything, boom, it's going to go off. You're going to know, you can check your car. I'm going to hide that in the car somewhere. Ultimate 9 live track, you should get one. Once you know how these cars come apart, it's actually pretty straightforward. That's all that back together. Now, I've got to run some of the wiring, which, as you all know, is pretty bloody boring. So, see what I can get done. All right, we're all done, all back together. Got the live tracker installed from Ultimate 9, the GME, and the brackets from Pirate Camp. So, nice little tidy piece of kit in here. We only can see that. Everything else is well hidden, like I was never even in here. Nice Razzler bar has a slot, which this aerial cable goes straight in. I'm opting to put this on the passenger side, so Demi has a beautiful view of this nice wobbly stick while they're off-road. Plus it keeps the driver's vision clear, which is always pretty important when you're in a four-wheel drive, let alone a car in general. GME, good quality stuff. So there we have it, nice stumpy GME aerial 2.1 dBi gain installed.
Well, we are going to finish up that episode there. A bunch of cool mods done to the Mighty 300, getting her ready for some upcoming touring trips. Make sure to tune in next episode as we continue the build. Oh, and if you are wondering what that big red device is on the back, that's for our mountain bikes. I just didn't take it off when I got these shots.